Right off, I can see you looking at me askance. I admit I'm not the best example of personal hygiene. In fact, I overheard one uppity lady call me dirty to an unspeakable degree. But I always say, judge not that ye not be judged. First hear my story and then decide for yourself if I am not an honorable man, sound of mind and solid in my principles. My name is Charles Alcott, Esquire, attorney at law. Born in Connecticut, I was one of Yale's finest scholars. Well read in Greek and Hebrew, a credit to that institution. You look at me poorly, but did you know that I was the first man to invent the ironclad ship? I worked it all out in 1815 while a student at Yale, complete with ship models and patents. But when I tried to sell my ideas, I was called a dreamer, an impractical man. But mark my words, I predict that someday all ships will be ironclad and they will float. To have your ideas ignored is one thing, but to be spurned in love, that's quite another. My heart still aches for my true love, rejected for my harem-scarum ways. I did what any man would do. I poured my heart into the writing of poetry. Some of my works were published in the local newspapers. I decided to escape the confines of Eastern society and head west to the new Ohio country. I settled here in Medina in 1818, became prosecuting attorney in 1826 to 1837. Why, this very building was where I worked, my home and my office. Enter and turn to the left and you will see where I worked and slept. It looks more like an inventor's den than a law office. My ship models lined the walls and hung from the ceilings. Besides being an inventor and poet, I was an abolitionist before there was ever a passing thought of slavery here in the county. You know that I wrote a 300-page treatise on Jesus, proving that he was an abolitionist. Well, I had a chance to put my words into action in the 1850s when a stagecoach came roaring up South Court Street. Nothing unusual there, but inside was an Indian man and his consort, a runaway slave woman. Now, that was the unfortunate time when the law stated that all fugitive runaways, when apprehended, must be returned to their rightful owners. I don't know who got wind of that situation, but that hapless couple was taken off the stage and the woman thrown into jail. Well, I stepped forward to defend them. I argued my case fair and square, but the law was against me. Sadly, the woman was sent back south to spend her life in servitude. What a sad, sad thing. Yes, my life has been filled with many disappointments. I'm an inventor without the dream, an attorney without clients, and a man of many causes but little faith. I lost my position as justice of the peace. Some say alcohol consumed me too much. Well, I had to gather my belongings, my cot, and all my beloved ship models and move them down to Bostwick's Tin Shop right down here on South Court Street. Sadly, everything I had was lost in the 1848 fire. Left with nothing, I now depend on the kindness of friends for my shelter. What an end to a brilliant student, inventor, and defender of mankind. But I have often said, without exception, my life has been spent in the most resolute and persevering manner of moral, political, and scientific reform. And I have suffered the same fate as all reformers who have preceded me, that of poverty, reproach, and unceasing persecution. So be kind, be tolerant, Do not ignore those vagabonds and the habits of life, because beneath this dirty and rumpled clothing may lie a bright mind filled with great promise. Good day. Good day.
Thank you.